whew, happy Wednesday. I just had to go sprinting through the boatyard because Chance saw the guy that lives at like the top of our like parking lot, I guess you could say, taking the ice off of his car, and he went chasing after him. And I had no shoes on, and it's freezing out. It's like 20 degrees, and he doesn't listen like Max listens. Chance is very defiant and doesn't listen, so I'm very angry with him right now because I have mismatching pajamas on, no bra obviously, no shoes, running through the boatyard, which is icy. And then he went hiding under boats. Such a bad dog. But anyway, this is what the crock pot came out like, and I tasted a little bit. So good. So it's just black beans, white beans, garlic, chicken broth, kale, butternut squash. I think that's it. So it would be vegetarian had I used veggie broth, but we didn't have any. So it's a vegetarian dish. You just have to get the right broth. And I'm gonna have that for dinner the next few nights because that's light enough and it's healthy that, you know, I don't feel guilty eating that. My knee is bothering me a little bit because I just had to go for a run and wasn't planning on it. So I'm gonna take some Advil, and I'm hoping to get through kickboxing pain-free. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. Fell asleep through The Biggest Loser. Don't even know who went home. I woke up a few times during The Voice, but I knew he was gonna go home based off of iTunes. I'm very upset. One of my people went home, but what are you gonna do? That's the reality of it. Anyway, it's not the end of the world, it's just a TV show. I don't know if you guys have seen this video, but it went viral over the past few days. It's called Miracle on 22nd Street, and it has to do with New York City. These two men who are, I think they're married, received hundreds of letters addressed to Santa Claus to their New York City apartment, and it turns out that one of the two men is actually good friends with my cousin. They work together at Logo TV, which is one of the Viacom channels. Anyway, so the video went viral. It's been everywhere. I'll link it down below if you guys are interested in seeing it. But they're trying to answer all these letters to Santa. Like this is...
I saw the first letter to Santa Claus. It was like, oh, that's weird. And then 10 more came, 20 more, 50, adding it up, there's something going on here. Yeah, the rest of the Santa letters. I'm Jim.
And I'm Dylan. And over the past month, we've received hundreds of letters addressed to Santa Claus.
The thing is...
So what they're doing is, my cousin sent a mass email out to all of our friends and family and, you know, a bunch of people yesterday asking if we were interested in answering some of the letters and picking out gifts for these children. Every year, Eddie and I, like, through my old job, I used to be able to do something called an angel tree, and we'd pick a family to buy gifts for and get them what they want for Christmas, and I've always done that, or we used to donate to local churches, you know, growing up. So this is, I think, what we're going to do this year, and answer some of the letters and buy gifts for some of the kids. So I don't know, if you guys are interested, you should check it out. It's actually a really cool story. And it's always nice to do things for people all year round, but around the holidays, everybody seems to be more in the giving mood. I think it's just the spirit of the holidays, but I just think it's a really cool story. And it's funny that, like, I know them I don't know them at all. That's not how I should say it, but like, they're friends with my cousin, so it's like the third, what is that? The degrees of knowing somebody. I'm sure one of you guys know what I'm talking about. But yeah, I just wanted to share that with you. Outfit of the day for what I'm wearing when I get back from the gym is an oversized sweater I got years ago at H&M. My new polka dot flats, which are black and the same tan as the sweater, skinny jeans, and one of my favorite long necklaces from Urban Outfitters. So I like to have it especially laid out when I have gym mornings because it just makes my life so much easier since I'm always in a rush, flying home from the gym, showering, and getting right back out the door. I got a Mac today, which is also why I haven't uploaded my vlog from yesterday yet. I just wanted to show you guys. I'm gonna actually edit it, I think, right here on my new desktop. Whew, man, another day done, and it is super cold out. Look at the sunset, by the way. I just want to show you guys, like, I don't know. Every time I leave work, I get like this really nice sunset view. Since I leave at the same time it's setting. But I'm actually running home really quick to change into more comfortable pants because then I have every girl's favorite doctor. You guys know what I'm talking about. Ugh. I haven't been in like a year and a half, which is why I'm going. It's just the worst, most uncomfortable experience. I think it's just like one of those things where you dread it. I've been dreading it all day. I kind of wish I went like first thing in the morning and just got it over with. But I made this appointment 2 months ago. That's how hard it is to get in to specialists. But yeah, and Eddie has been cleaning the house all day, so I'm very excited to see that. And then he's going to the gym, and then I think we're having, well, I know we're having a Friday Night Lights marathon because it's all we've been thinking about. We are so obsessed. This is what happens though when you like are able to marathon shows, which is why like Netflix and Hulu is so great. We don't have Hulu, but we have Netflix. It's just, it's all we can think about. That appointment went from a really, really, really crappy start to a pretty good finish. When I got there, and I don't know why, this was like in the back of my mind, I was worried about it all day because I never got a phone call from them, but they didn't have me in the book. They were like, your appointment doesn't exist, blah, 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 who's it with? And I was like, I honestly don't know. And the OBGYN that I go to has a lot of different doctors in the practice, and the person that I had gone to the past 2 years, I didn't like her. I always felt very rushed and I was very uncomfortable. You know, it's one of those situations where you want to be able to be comfortable with your doctor, especially in that situation. And I switched to an OB-GYN practice versus just the one, whatever the one it doesn't deliver babies. For the specific reason is I do plan on having children within the next few years and I want to be comfortable with whoever that doctor is before then. That's just how I think. So, yeah. The girls didn't have me in the book. They were very rude about it. And then she said, okay, we can get you in right now with Dr. Judge. I was like, is that a man? And they were like, yes. I said, I don't want to work. I don't want to be, I'm going to put you guys in here. I don't want to be seen by a man. And he's the only guy in the practice. And she was like, why? I was like, because I don't feel comfortable. Like, I should never have to explain myself. Anyway, so she was like, okay, well, all of his patients rave about him. I was like, okay, I'm sure he's a great guy. I just personally don't feel comfortable in that situation. And my appointment was made with a woman specifically. And for some reason, you don't have it. So, you know, whatever. They finally got me in. They rushed me. They're like, you need to fill out this paperwork really, really quick because now I'm under Eddie's insurance because the doctor's leaving soon. And I was like, okay, I can fill out paperwork really quick. And I did. And I was in there. I got weighed. I got all that stuff done. Got my blood pressure. My blood pressure is perfect. 120/66. So then I sat on the table for a half an hour. Literally a half an hour. I was texting like a bunch of people, like Eddie, my friends. And I was like, so, like, they all knew about the situation as to what was going on. She came in. She was amazing. She was so nice. I felt really comfortable with her. And we talked about my issues that I have. Because I work out really hard, as you guys see. And I eat well 80% of the time. But I can't lose any more weight. And I've been stuck at this standstill. And she looked back at my records and she's like, well, you've been in this weight range since you were a teenager. Like, this isn't, you know, besides the time that I gained a lot of weight, this is really where I've been for a long time. She's like, let's order extensive blood work for you and just see. You know, I want to check things that aren't normally checked in like a physical. So I'm going to have all that looked at. I've had my thyroid looked at before and it was high and then it was normal the next year. So my thyroid is definitely not consistent, which has always been a concern. So I'm to check, you know, just everything. So I felt really, really good about that. I felt like for the first time since being in that office for 3 or 4 years, the doctor was listening to me because the past 2 years, the woman was pretty degrading that I saw. And that's why I didn't want to go back to her. She really made me feel really bad about myself and made it seem like I wasn't doing all that I can. And this woman was not like that at all. She even gave me the number to her personal trainer that comes to her house. She's like, if it doesn't work and you want to try this, like, she was just a really great woman. So it ended up being a great appointment. Then I stopped at the food store. I picked up some more Tostitos because I know Eddie will want some bread for my soup that I'm going to have, and little mini, this is the real reason I wanted to go, the mint chocolate coconut milk. I saw this the other day and I got the pumpkin spice instead, and I showed it to Sarah because Sarah, I just knew she would like something like it, and she's like, oh, that sounds really good, but I'm over pumpkin spice. And I swear to you, ever since she said that, in the back of my mind, I was like, you know what? I'm actually over it too. So I told her about this other flavor, and I was like, this with chocolate protein powder, this will get me back into drinking my shakes. I'm gonna drink the other coconut milk because I have to. I'm sorry, I'm really rambling. I just felt like I needed to talk to you guys. Yeah, so I'm gonna have soup, and I got some bread. I'm gonna have that on the couch waiting for Eddie to get back from the gym. And then Friday Night Lights time. Man, my soup was so good. I'm so excited. It's definitely going to be in an upcoming Delta Dishes video. I have a lot of exciting collaborations coming up in the month of January. I'm going to be doing videos with 4 different people, just like really exciting stuff. So Max and I are in the boudoir. Eddie just got home from a really intense workout. He's like wobbling. That's how intense his workout was. And we were going to watch Friday Night Lights, but I have a feeling we're not going to watch. Are we still going to watch?
I mean, I would, but you'll probably...
What time? Where are you?
I'm right over here.
Well, be over here. Who is that?
It's already 8 o'clock.
I know.
So you're pretty much going to go to bed in a half hour.
Well, you're showering and then... Oh, what are you having for dinner?
I don't know. I got to look and see what we got.
Well, we have the bread I just got.
I'm not going to have bread for dinner.
No, with your dinner.
Oh, yeah. Well, I also got to figure out what we got. I also have no pants on, guys, so...
That's why I was just showing your head.
Oh.
Yeah, so I don't know. I really, really, really want to watch Friday Night Lights. I don't know. We shall see. Have any of you guys watched the sing-off? I had no idea that it was actually on tonight. And I was just flipping through channels looking for something to watch while Eddie showers and stuff. They're pretty good. I miss Sarah Bareilles when she was on this show a few years ago as a judge. Because I absolutely love Sarah Bareilles. But Jewel's okay, I guess. I don't know. It just, Nick Lachey is so freaking cheesy. I can't stand the commentary on this show. It makes me not want to watch it. Like, but they're just so talented, I can't help it. So, yeah, I don't know. I just wanted to know if you guys are watching that at all, because it's a pretty good show. It's like Pitch Perfect, you know? Actually, it is Pitch Perfect, just in TV form. This show just makes me wish that Fat Amy would come flying out of my TV screen to come hang out with me. I think that if I could pick one character from a movie to be like besties with, Fat Amy would be it. I love me some Fat Amy. What? What are you doing in this bed? What are you doing in this bed?
I guess you earned it, pal.
It's not complicated.
If you could be best friends with Fat Amy, would you?
Doesn't she have a real name?
Rebel Wilson, but I love Fat Amy. The character.
What do you think, Chance? What do you think?
Fat Chansey?
What do you think, Fat Chansey?
Fat Chansey? Fat Maxie? You're not Fat Max. You're like the skinniest little thing ever.
Right? Is that right?
Okay. Way past my bedtime right now. We got sucked into another Friday Night Lights vortex. Obsessed. It's so bad. You're gonna break the Apple TV. Stop. No, seriously. Stop. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and call it a night, and I hope you guys all had a good day. And what do you have to say?
Good night and good luck.